My name is Nate Allen. I'll be your professor. This is actually my cartoon face. Here's my real face. Nice to meet you all. I'm just going to go over a few quick key points throughout the course, what to expect, our contract, aka syllabus, and let you guys in on a few key things as to how the class is going to be run. So buckle in. There'll be questions along the way, and hope you're ready. So I'm going to go ahead and start us off with our Fresno City website. Make sure that you guys know how to log in and get to Canvas, which is going to be where we frequent in this course. So just real quick, you can go to current students and then go on and head to my portal and make sure that you sign in. And this will be your username, password if you haven't created one. Make sure you're on student and log in. This will take you to all of the apps that your account has. Mine probably has more than yours, but we're going to click on Canvas and you will see all of the courses that you're enrolled in, as long as your instructors have published them and are using Canvas. I've not yet published ours. By the time you view this, they should be published, but I'm going to go ahead and go into just one of the courses for us, whether it's 4A or 4B, a Monday, Wednesday, or a Tuesday, Thursday, and kind of just give you the rundown of all of these things, and then I'll change them around for each individual course as far as which questions are asked. Okay, so I'm just going to go into the first one here that I have, which is my 4B Monday, Wednesday class, and you can see here it takes us to our home page. All right, so there will be modules for each and every week that I will click on and show you guys around. We'll take a look through this a little bit later, and then I'll also show you around a few other clicks over here. Again, that you guys won't see all of these. I'll make it a little bit nicer so there's not so many tabs. But the first thing we're going to click on is the syllabus. With your course syllabus, I only made one for 4B and one for 4A, even though I have two courses, because the only thing that's really going to change is when we meet, whether that's Monday for the 4B class or Tuesday for the other 4B class at their set time. And I'm only going to make you guys meet once a week. I know this is a different way of learning. Unfortunately, we're still learning from afar, but I think I've got this set up in a very nice way for you all to succeed, and I'm always open to suggestions to make it better. So please keep that line of communication open. All right? So whether you're signed up for the Monday, Wednesday class or the Tuesday, Thursday class, we will only be meeting officially once. I will still have office hours and everything else, but we'll have that 2-hour session each and every week. Okay, and that's going to be done through Canvas on a Zoom app. If you haven't dealt with that or heard of it yet, you probably have, because of the situation we've been in for about a year and a half now. My contact info is here. You can also do it through Canvas, which is actually preferable. And then my office hours, which will also be done on Zoom, are different each and every day of the week. So take note of that. I'll also show you where I have all of that located. The course ID for each of your courses, whether it's the Monday, Wednesday, or the Tuesday, Thursday, is there. And the cool thing with the 4B class, you guys have what is called OER, Open Educational Resource Text, which is free 99. If you use hashtag Allen, it'll be free 50. Again, the joke is it is free. Okay? It's actually here. If you wanted to click on it and check it out, feel free. But I'll show you where that's also embedded in our weekly modules. So I'm not going to go through each and everything within this syllabus. You guys should. This is the teacher-student contract, basically explaining everything that's expected, and then what is required. And so the only thing that you really need to worry about is a scientific calculator, which if you don't have one, no sweat. There's plenty of things online that you can use, and I'll also have them included within our exams. So don't really need one there, but if you have one, great. Don't need a big graphing calculator or anything else. Something to take notes with, whether that's binder, notebook, tablet, Apple Pencil, whatever you guys might use. Internet, obviously, because we are learning online, and some sort of computer, laptop. Tablet will be okay, but not for exams. So you want to make sure that you have access to a computer or laptop at least 3 times throughout the semester for our 3 exams. Okay? That also is going to require you to have a webcam, which most of them have built in. All right, if not, you might want to pick up a cheap one online. Make sure that you know how to use email, either your school email or personal, that's fine. And then the Canvas app. Make sure you guys download that for your phone or tablet. Okay? Course description is here for both 4A and 4B, so you can check that out. And then my expectations. Again, normally we'll have, since both of these are 4-unit courses, about 4 hours. And the universal college calculation that they do is multiply whatever the number of units is by 2 or 3. And that is the window. 4 times 2 and 4 times 3. I know math already, right? That's the window of hours that you would have been spending outside of class. Well, remember, we're only going to be meeting for 2 hours throughout the week, face-to-face. Otherwise, you're going to be watching videos or reading. And again, some I have of my own on videos, and some you're going to have to just supplement that I've also attached. Okay? So make sure that you guys do all the things that I assign. I try to assign enough, but nothing more. No fluff. It's all meant for a reason, for you guys to practice and make mistakes so that you can learn from those and see different looks at different concepts. Okay? So make sure that you guys complete every assignment, and especially within the first 3 weeks. Okay, that's the special number that if you drop before the end of the 3rd week, then it was like you were never in the class. You will get nothing on your transcript. It was like you never signed up for it. Okay? Not that I want any of you to do that, but I just want to make sure that you are aware, because some of you, this may be your first time in a college course. Okay? Please turn things in on time. All right? There's deadlines, and that is going to set you up for life, not just college. Okay? So don't procrastinate. Make sure that you guys are actively engaged in order to get the most out of this. And the reason you're in this course, whether it be 4A or 4B, is because you have to take calculus. And so the more you learn and actually acquire the concepts that we're going to be covering, then the better off you're going to be when you get to that course and beyond. Okay? So work on that. You can see the prereqs, coreqs. Again, these are going to be a little bit different with the 4A course. Same with the SLOs and the instructional objectives. You guys can read through those and see all the fun that we're going to be having. Homework. If you're in the 4B class, we're going to use a thing called My Open Math. If you're in the 4A class, it's going to be My Math Lab. Unfortunately for that one, you are going to be required to purchase, and I can give you information on how you can get it a little bit cheaper. Everything that I assign throughout a week will be due at the end of the week. So I'm not going to make certain things due on certain days. I'm just going to make it easy, let you guys be accountable for your own learning, okay, and make everything due on Sunday by midnight. All right? So anything we covered throughout the week, Sunday at midnight, is going to be the last time that you could submit. Of course, you can always submit earlier. Okay? It will be unavailable after that. So don't ask me. And I know things happen. Trust me, I know. But plan for that. Plan for something to happen, and don't wait until the last minute. Give yourself the weekend to relax if you have that available. I know some of you are working and taking care of kids, all that fun stuff that brings life. But the more organized you are, the better you are at keeping a schedule, then you'll be able to set things up so that you don't run into these kinds of problems. Because I'm not going to be able to accept late work. Right? I want to make sure that you guys are getting used to life of having a job and deadlines. Okay? So again, don't procrastinate, and I encourage you guys all to work together. I know that doesn't seem like the norm, but I want you guys to work together on this. Okay? It's not going to be a super easy semester. These classes are challenging, all right? But nothing that you can't do. and especially if you have a team of people helping you. And so I'm going to try to model that. I'm going to help you guys to set things up within our meetings via these group quizzes and other things that we're going to be dealing with. But again, work together. That really, really helps the further on you go in your college career, and then even in, hopefully, your job and career. I will have a few discussion boards, but nothing that is required, okay? So for these, they're mainly set up per unit for you all to get together and interact in a way that will hopefully help you to learn the material, especially if you're struggling on something. And then that way, instead of you sending me a personal message or an email and me just answering you and only you, now everyone can see, all right? There's usually, if you have a question, multiple people probably have the same type or similar question, okay? Just make sure that when you're interacting on these, that you respect one another, even if you disagree, okay? Let's get down to brass tacks here. These group quizzes, we will have these weekly, all right? And you will, even though they are named group quizzes, be turning in your own individual work. The group part is to help one another, to learn the concepts. That's the end goal, all right? And I'm going to coach you guys through this and break you off into each your own little work group or team, okay? And throughout that, we will be able to work on these, and then you can extend it on to anyone, even though I'm going to be mixing up these groups that you maybe possibly connect with within the class, already know, and again, with the ultimate goal of learning the concepts, okay? We're going to have our very own tutor, and there's also tutoring that is offered for free within Fresno City, and I'll get to that as well, okay? Exams, of course, everyone wants to know about that. No makeups. Check out the course calendar. I even put them in the syllabus when we will be doing each and every one, and I have it spaced out evenly 6 weeks at a time, okay? So week 6, we'll have our first unit. 6 more weeks after that, we'll have our second unit test, and then the final exam the last 6 weeks, okay? So each one of those is going to be worth a little bit more because we will include a little bit more material. And so you can check that out both on the 4A and 4B courses, both in the syllabus that we're going over right now, as well as I've included a course calendar. So you can see each and every week what we're going to be doing and working on. Okay, that final exam is therefore mandatory, and we'll be covering all of the concepts that we're going to be doing throughout. In the 4A class, that'll be chapters 1 through 8. In the 4B, 3 through 13. Okay? Grading criteria, you can check that out, see what your grade is made up of. 4A class is going to be a little bit different, and you can see the minimum that you need for each letter grade that you're trying to obtain. And I already have a few things built in for you all as far as curving goes, because I don't like to do extra credit. I think whatever I assign is the bare minimum that you should do. I don't want to give you extra, okay? So one thing I do to pass is I give you a whole 1% right off the top, okay? So to get a B or an A, you're going to have to earn those, okay, because those are great marks. But to pass the class, I'm going to give you an extra % just to try to give you a little push, okay, right at the end there. And then same thing with the D, I'll give you the 10%, which would take us to a 59. If we lowered it, I'm going to give you an extra % there, which again, hopefully we're not talking about D's, but only A's, B's, or C's. A few important dates there. Last day to drop, and then the official last day to drop with a W, which does count as a letter grade. But here's the 3-week last day to drop. You will get nothing on your transcript. It's like you never enrolled in this course. And then the 9-week halfway point of the semester, which you will then earn a W, which counts as a withdraw fail on your transcript, but it does not count against your GPA. So that's the benefit of that. Okay. Final exam dates and times. We'll talk more about that as we get closer. And then the rest of this, I'm going to let you guys kind of peruse through. Just some key things that I like to try to mention to get off to a great start. Because the better you set your foundation at the beginning of this course, the easier it will be as we continue to add concepts to those things. All right? So please read through this, read through my disclaimer, all right? And cheating and plagiarism. This has been quite a big issue with students in this COVID online learning. So please respect yourselves, respect me, and know that you can learn this. And the more effort you put towards learning it, the better off you're going to be in the long run for when you take the next course and all the way on to calculus. Okay? So please respect me, respect yourselves with that. Anybody that has a disability that has gone to DSPNS and gone through the criteria in order to get accommodations, please let me know as soon as possible so that we can get those set up for you. All right? Every one of you. I want every single one of you to pass. Okay? But unfortunately, I can't do the work for you. I can't encourage you to do the work more than I'm going to already. So it's on you to actually buckle down, set time aside, and get the learning done. Okay? I will coach you all the way until the end to make sure that I'm there for you and you feel that. But again, it's on you. You can do this. Any other services you guys may need, mental health, tutoring, definitely. Ram Pantry, if you're struggling to make ends meet, go check that out. Really cool things that we have accessible to you, and those are just a few of them. Okay? I also included at the end here the whole thing via PDF. So if you wanted to click on that and print it out, you can see it looks a little bit different. Okay, but this is our syllabus. All the same things that I just went over with you, and it includes what I wanted to go over here, our course calendar. And then we'll go ahead and go through a few more buttons within Canvas, and then you guys can click around on your own after that. All right, so here is the Math 4B, and again, I have it color coordinated within Excel. If you guys want that, it'll be under the Files tab, as well as other places within Canvas. And you can see each and every week what we're going to be meeting for the 4B classes. It's at the beginning of the week, Monday and Tuesday. And for the 4A classes, it'll be towards the end of the week, Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so check those out, and you can see each and every week the sections that we will be going over. And remember, you should be starting in on those at the beginning of the week. We'll work on them together via the group quiz, and then by Sunday at midnight, those will be due through Canvas. You can see I've highlighted when the exam dates are, and again, very simple. This is something I would definitely print out and put up somewhere that you will see and be able to check off any section that you've done throughout the week. Feels good to check things off. All right, so the next thing I wanted to show you on Canvas real quick is our modules. And these are done, I did it weekly instead of by unit because that would just feel overwhelming. So you can see right here for the Math 4B, I have a course text. So the full textbook, click on that, it'll take you to it. Okay, so that is there for you. You can go through each and every section, every chapter, click on any one of them, and you can start reading through it. The book that you guys are using actually is really, really nice. It's user-friendly. It has an example, but it doesn't give you the answer. So you can kind of work on things ahead of time and then go and check your answer rather than wanting to just keep reading and not trying it on your own. Okay, so that's something really nice that you guys can utilize. For the 4A class, a little bit different book. It has stuff built in as well. And then you can see there's an intro homework, and that's to My Open Math. All right, and then all of you guys have an intro discussion board that I'd like you guys to check out and participate in. Hopefully this first week before we even start courses. Okay, so go check that out. Please participate. You can read through mine if you'd like as well. All right, otherwise, get on into week 0. Now for 4B, this is a pre-calculus class. That means basically that we're going to cover a little bit of new stuff, but a lot of old stuff, anything pre or before calculus that you've learned. That's a lot of algebra concepts, some trig, a lot of things that you guys hopefully remember from high school, or that we want to remind you of, that you can see and use in a different way when you get to calculus. Week 0 is all optional review for my Math 4B courses. Okay, all the pre-calc. Here's some stuff that is already stuff you should know, like factoring, things like that. Feel free to go through any and all of this first week before we start, because when we get to week 1, we'll actually be getting into chapter 3, which is the beginning of our course outline of record for Math 4B. So we're going to jump right into functions. So if you need a little brush up, it's been a while or whatever else, please look through all of chapter 1 and 2 and say, oh yeah, I could probably use a refresher on that. Okay? I also have something like that in our 4A class, but not nearly as much, because the only thing that you really need to remember from trig is a little bit of geometry, and that's pretty much covered in chapter 1. So we will just be starting with a little bit of review this first week, and then we're jumping right into chapter 1. Okay? So go ahead and click through any and all of these. Yours might all be open. You can actually expand all of them so that you can see them all opened up, or I like it a little bit more clean, so I actually have them all collapsed, and then each week I only want that one opened, because when I first click on modules, that's what it'll open into. So when you're all the way down on week 16, it'll just go to that if all the other ones ahead of it are collapsed. Okay, so everything is in there. You guys can click through that. Okay, at the top of these I have the reading, and then section by section for that week. And we're typically going to be doing 3 to 4 sections per week. Okay, so there's a video assignment that you guys can click on and kind of check out, and it'll have you guys some things that you can go ahead and just check out each individually. All right, watch the videos, answer the question, and then just click up here and it'll take you to your second question. Watch the video, answer the question. So before you actually start your homework, that's what you're going to be doing through those videos. Okay, and that would be good to do prior to our group quiz, where we'll be working on all of the concepts throughout this. Okay, and I'll do a little mini lecture for the first 45 to 60 minutes, and then hopefully I'll let you guys have enough time to start working on your group quiz and these concepts together. Okay, that's the plan. I'm hoping that I'll be able to give you guys enough information within that 45 to 60 minutes for 3 to 4 sections worth. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so that's modules. If you click on Zoom, that's where we will be meeting. Okay, hopefully you guys have already figured that out, and you can see I have them set up for each and every week when we will be meeting. Okay, again, that is listed on our course calendar. Discussions, here we go. There's the discussion board for the introductions, and then my weekly office hours. Because for all 4 classes, I have the same office hours, I couldn't embed those in each of your Canvas ones on the Zoom link that we just saw. So if you click on this, I have the attached links for each and every one of those for you. Okay, so those are all set up for each and every day of the week. Other than Friday, I left open to do grading and everything else for my courses. Okay, I'd be happy to set something up by appointment as long as I'm available. Oftentimes that's when we have our college meetings, whether it's departmental or otherwise. So feel free to come to any of these. Hopefully those times and hours work. If not, I was able to get a tutor just for our class, not just the tutorial center. So you can go and check that out. I will be taking roll each and every week at those group quiz, so make sure that you guys are there for the whole 2 hours so that you get recorded, and you can see the office hours of the tutorial center. Okay, it's online, pretty cool. All right, you can go get help whenever you want, and we will have an ETC tutor set up just for this class. One of my all-stars from last semester. And there's even a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week tutoring that is free to you all called Net Tutor. So if it's outside of the hours because you work during those times or whatever else, this is also available. Okay? Other than that, don't really need much else over here. Every once in a while we'll have exams, which will be here, but they're also listed in our modules. Okay, they call them quizzes in Canvas. And then also the Files tab. That's where you can find the syllabus or anything else. I'll have some study guides, a little bit of extra things for you guys if you need it. All right, that's about it for me. If you guys have any questions at all, please wait. Bring them to our orientation meeting either Monday or Tuesday, depending on the day that you signed up. Okay, the Monday, Wednesday class or Tuesday, Thursday. We will be meeting on Monday if you're Monday, Wednesday, and Tuesday if you're Tuesday, Thursday. So please check that out. Look through all of these things if anything intrigued you, and remember to read through the syllabus. I look forward to meeting you all and reading up on the intro discussion board. Until then, take care. Let's work hard and let's crush this semester. See you all soon.